Hello Creative Fiends, welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome to Tasha's Imaginarium, a magical place where sparkly meets spooky, and we unleash our creativity with fun and unique projects. I'm Tasha, and this video we will be working on a Gothic Valentine's Day project. Now, to be perfectly honest, my main favorite holidays have always just been Halloween and Christmas, and everything else just didn't matter all that much to me. In particular, Valentine's Day, I've just never been all that interested in Valentine's Day until now. And that's because of all of you. I am so excited to be able to share all the love and creativity from the bottom of my little black heart with all of you. And speaking of black hearts, that's exactly what I'll be working on today to give this Valentine's Day a Gothic flair. So let's get started. I take a large piece of paper and I fold it in half to create a crease down the middle. Then I use a plate as my template to trace a circle, and I take a ruler and trace a line from the outer edge of the circle to the bottom corner of my folded piece of paper. I tape all the edges of the paper so that they don't want to curl in, and it's time to cut out the outline. I take a 3-inch thick piece of foam and I use my heart template to cut out a heart shape from the foam. Then I bevel the edges of the heart shape by cutting the corners on both sides at an angle. Now I use the paper heart template to cut out the shape from velvet fabric, making sure to leave a large seam allowance. Now it's time to trace the grid onto the back side of my satin fabric. To do this, I used this pattern right here. You can take a screenshot of it and use it for yourself. Just remember that each square on the grid is 2 inches by 2 inches. Keep in mind that I use a much larger area of fabric than the actual pattern, because once I start smocking and gathering the fabric, it'll shrink quite a bit. Now it's time to play a game of connect the dots with a needle and thread. Once I've made a stitch on each of the dots, going all the way around the square and back to the first dot, I pull on the thread to gather the fabric. This creates little folds that kind of look like flower petals. Gather the petals so that you have 3 to 4 petals on each side and secure the center with a stitch. Then move the petals in the opposite directions and secure with another stitch. And tie everything up with a knot. And then I repeat this process with each of the other squares, connecting the dots, pulling on the thread to gather the fabric, securing the petals, and tying everything up with a knot. It helps to start from the center and then move outward, because as the fabric starts gathering and bunching, it becomes a little difficult to see what you're doing. Then I flip the fabric over, right side up, and each of the gathers should form a little tuft. I take some tweezers and pinch the center of the tuft and twist it to create a tight little spiral, which I secure by sewing at the bottom, trying to make sure to hide the stitches. I repeat this process with each of the little tufts. Once I'm done securing all of the tufts into spirals, I gather folds of fabric around each one of them and sew them with stitches hidden at the bottom to create more petal effects. I use my foam heart as a template to drape the satin fabric over it, making sure the rosettes are in the center, and I gather the edges of the fabric and pin them into place. Then I take it to the sewing machine to secure it. I lay out a medium stretch fabric, and I use my velvet heart fabric to trace and cut out a backing for it. I pin both of the fabrics together and take it to the sewing machine. I place my velvet fabric upside down over the foam heart cutout and pin it onto the foam. Then I trim any excess fabric with my pinking shears. I flip the whole thing over and lay the smocked satin fabric on top with the wrong side facing upward. Then I pin the edges of both fabrics together, making sure to leave an opening so that I can take the foam in and out. I gently remove the foam and take the fabric to the sewing machine and sew all along the pinned edge. I use a straight stitch and a zigzag stitch for extra security. Because the satin fabric is synthetic, I use a candle flame to singe off the edges to avoid fraying. Then I flip the whole thing inside out and put the foam heart back in. I use loose puffs of pillow stuffing and put them inside the heart to add more fluffiness and volume to the pillow. To finish, I sew the open edge shut with an invisible ladder stitch. It's so fluffy. And that's how I made this Gothic black heart pillow, ready to give to my Valentine. Be right back. Hi, little hummingbirds. Will either of you be my Valentine? No? Maybe? You're just gonna stare? Okay. Hi, Prince Herbert. Will you be my Valentine? Wait. You almost got me. No, you don't get a kiss until you've learned your lesson.
Oh, woe is me! Am I doomed to forever eat flies, lest I learn the true meaning of being a prince? Ribbit.
Oh, Vlad! Will you be my Valentine? Will you be my Valentine? That's right, you could get a chance to win this black heart pillow in 3 easy steps. Step 1, give this video a like. Step 2, share this video with a friend. And step 3, write "Be my Valentine" in the comments section below. I will be announcing the winner on Valentine's Day on my Instagram account. Well, Creative Fiends, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, remember to subscribe and click on the bell icon so you'll be notified as soon as I release a new video. Until next time, stay fiendish.